Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be taking you through the buying process of all the new weaponized vehicles here in Grand Theft Auto Online, as well as giving you some buyer beware and some things you absolutely need to know before you purchase a single vehicle. Now, before we jump into this, I need to give a huge shout out to my friend John. He's one of the moderators on my channel. He actually recorded this footage. I'm at E3. It was incredibly generous and nice of him to help me with this video, so I'll leave a link to his Twitter or whatever in the description so you can either send him a thank you or follow what he does, because he actually does some pretty cool stuff. But without the way, let's not waste any more time and let's jump straight into it. So there's 6 brand new weaponized vehicles that Rockstar have introduced in the game, and they're all available on the Warstock Cash and Carry website. So for this video, we are going to ignore the Mobile Operations Center because that is an entirely different beast. I'll actually be covering that a little bit later today, talking about some cool things regarding that. We're just going to be focusing on the vehicles. So for starters, you've got the APC, which can be bought for the buy it now price of around $3 million, and then the price after the mission of $2.325. And it also seats 4 people, which is kind of interesting too. I thought it was only going to seat 2 people. You've got the Dune FAV, which has the regular price of $1.13 million with the trade-in price of $850,000. You have the Bravado Dune Half Track, which is $2.254 at the regular price, $1.695 at the trade-in price. You have the Oppressor Bike, which at this moment is the most expensive, the Rocket Bike, $3.5 million without the trade-in bonus, and then $2.65 with the trade-in bonus. They can only seat 1 person, so that's kind of interesting. Then you've got the Weaponized Tampa, which is available for $2.1 million or $1.5 with the trade-in bonus, and then the Anti-Aircraft Trailer, which is $1.8 million or $1.4 million with the trade-in bonus. And I also forgot to mention that the half-track Dune Loader can also seat 3 people, which is pretty cool. You've got 2 people in the front and then 1 person on that massive gun on the back. So those are the vehicles right there, and that is pretty awesome. It's a nice selection of cars. Now, a couple things that you need to know about these vehicles before you end up buying them. So number 1, the vehicles are unlocked very similar to import-export. You can pay full price up front, or you can do the missions and you can receive a discount. And that amount is obviously going to depend on the vehicle you choose. For example, if you were to focus on the rocket motorcycle, the Oppressor, you would get nearly $1 million off, whereas something like the Dune FAV is only going to get you a couple $100,000. So keep that in mind. Rockstar really love this like trade-in price thing, and they keep doing it for recent vehicles. So definitely keep that in mind, that you can get a discount by doing that. The next thing is that all vehicles, including the weaponized ones, can be stored in a normal garage. So these vehicles do not have to be stored in some special warehouse or in the bunker. As you can see here, they can be bought and purchased and then delivered to something like a CEO office or a regular garage or anything like that, which makes them a little bit more convenient in my opinion. And it also means that they can be called via the mechanic. So that is pretty cool. Now, the next thing you need to know is that no vehicles can be stored inside of the bunker. However, you do have an option to store your personal vehicles inside the MOC if you end up buying it. It's actually one of the attachments that you can get for the MOC. It's called the Personal Vehicle Storage, which is a bay that includes storage space for one of the player's personal vehicles. So once again, keep that in mind, that if you want to store it in the MOC, you can, but you cannot have it be stored in the bunker. Moving on, the only way to customize these vehicles is to purchase the shop inside of the MOC or inside of the bunkers and then take them there. These vehicles, even though they can be stored in a garage, cannot be customized in a CEO garage or the Los Santos custom shop. They have to have their own special facility to be worked on, which I think is really interesting and obviously puts a high value on things like the bunker and the MOC. So that's a pretty cool fact you need to know right there. However, standard modifications like transmission and turbo can be upgraded without research. So that's another thing as well, is that you need research to be done in order to unlock the big upgrades for these vehicles like weapons, better liveries, and so much more. The standard upgrades will be available and the lower end or low tier liveries or upgrades will be available, but without research, these vehicles are a little bit limited at the start. And also keep in mind that some vehicles will not have full modification on them like you've seen in the trailer. For example, the Armored Tampa does not come default with all of that armor on there. That's something you have to buy and research. By default, you're going to be pretty exposed in there. So keep that in mind, that these vehicles do not come armed to the T. You have to build them up with research, and that's definitely going to take time, effort, and a lot of money. Moving on, what's also pretty cool is, unlike previous turreted vehicles like the Insurgent, one person can actually move between weapons without having to exit the vehicle, which I think is pretty awesome. So for example, like the Technical or the Insurgent, if you were on that gun, you were stuck there. There was no way to move. However, this does require multiple players in order to use some of the weapons in these vehicles. Like, for example, the APC, it requires a second person to use the weapon. Unlike the APC from the Ballad of Gay Tony in GTA 4, it cannot be controlled by the player. So again, that you might see that as a little bit of a bummer. I see that as Rockstar trying to balance this as best as they can, but it also gives players in the vehicle more freedom to switch around and do really whatever they want. So keep that in mind right there. And the last thing I need to tell you guys, this is probably the biggest buyer beware right here. Do not upgrade the Mobile Operations Center with your vehicle inside. Otherwise, you're going to lose your vehicle. Now, this is most likely a glitch, but this actually happened to my friend Urban, who lost his APC, which sucks. So if you're upgrading your MOC, make sure it is cleared of vehicles. Otherwise, you're going to lose it, which means you're just going to have money go down the drain, and you obviously won't be able to do anything about that. So that is really unfortunate. Right now, it is a glitch, and I'm sure Rockstar is going to end up patching it soon, but that is definitely something you guys need to be made aware about. But anyways, that right there is the buying process for the brand new weaponized vehicles, all 6 of them that have been added here in Grand Theft Auto Online, and everything you need to know about upgrading and customizing them when you get them in your arsenal. Let me know which one of these vehicles is your favorite. I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. If you did go on and enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.